Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This precious building is starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Give people enough time to get in here real quick. I got you, sis. Angel says, happy Thursday to everyone but Trump administration and ICE. You right about that. You right about that, sis. I couldn't have said it better myself, Angel. In fact, our country is in sorrow right now. Well, at least those that have good morale and about good character. We're in sorrow, angry, upset. And the people who are the sole proprietor of the disdainment in this country, the pain that we are feeling today. Thank you for that heart, me. I appreciate it, Lord. Is each and every one of you that voted for the cheddar color coat leader. Thank you for that heart, me, Angel. I appreciate it. Welcome in, Just saying. Thank you for that go popular, Angel. I appreciate that. You know, yesterday's events that happened in Minnesota did not have to happen at all. Nomad, you can get your ass the fuck up out of here. Because you're the bitch that I'm referring to today. People just like you. A 6-year-old kid lost his mother for no reason. And you know, I told my wife this morning. I said, you know, because let me send an apology out to Straight Facts because her broadcast is amazing. It's still going on right now, and I hate to have to start my broadcast while she's doing hers because that's my sister in this thing. And but I'm on a time schedule, so I have to make sure you know I man, I'm a little lost for words that I honor my commitment to here. So and I told my wife this morning, I said I'm not going to speak on it because I could already see that the trolls were out. His Trump Turdian trolls were already out. See, we already had a chaos agent in here already, and we are being sympathetic, and they couldn't even handle it. But you see, again, like I said before, this lies on the hands of each and every one of you that voted for the current administration. It's that voted for the orange leather face cheddar colored coat leader, Cheetolini. This all falls on y'all hand. Miss Good's blood is on y'all hands. You see, because we told you all during that competition in November what was going to happen. You know, we mentioned the whole Project 2025, and people they didn't take that seriously. They didn't. No, nah, he can't do it. He won't do that. And you see, we are currently seeing him do everything that is incompetence, that was incompetence in Project 2025. Exactly, sis. They thought we were tripping. They thought we were just fear mongering and things of that nature. DJ Rocky B, welcome in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the heart me. We told y'all that yeah, a BLK woman who is qualified in all three branches of the judicial system was the proper candidate for the position. But you see, you could not get over your ODS issue. A lot of you say, well, what is ODS, Mr. Breaking News, G Smooth? Obama deranged syndrome. You couldn't get past the fact of out of 43 presidents that were all YT, you finally had a BLK president. Hey, little brother, you finally had a BLK president that was actually better than most of them. Well, maybe Clinton is the only one that I would say he was in line with. Maybe a couple of more, but I'm talking about that I know. But they couldn't handle that. So when you had a BLK woman running, she possessed a gazillion times more knowledge than the cheddar color coat leader. You could not accept that. You couldn't have that. It was like it was so traumatic to you from Obama being there. Thank you for that heart, me brother. I appreciate that, little brother, and I love you. Y'all couldn't do that. So you voted racism over rationalism. And by you doing that, and understand something, I really don't care how close we were, how good of friends we are. I don't care. If you voted for what is in office right now, yesterday's actions, heinous actions, is on your hands. These people being unlawfully detained without due process and sent places that their relatives and loved ones don't even know where they are. This is on your hands. They're not even afforded due process. This is on your hands. And no, I'm not agreeing no more with, well, all sides do it or both parties is this and that. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not gonna agree with you no more on that. I'm just not. Because the fact of the matter is, it's the administration that's currently in office right now that has caused the most chaos. So no longer am I going to sit here and agree with anybody. I don't care what you are to me. I don't care what you mean to me. I am not going to let you slide on saying, well, both parties have their own things or whatever. No. We're talking about, and we stand focused on the current administration, because you see, the current administration is the administration that's not following the constitutional laws. Exactly, sis. It was never American first. American first. It was his pockets first. My little brother said the mess with the agent is just truly awful. Yes, it is. It didn't have to happen. And now then, we all saw the video. Well, if you haven't saw the video, make sure you hit me up. Like I told you, we don't gatekeep no information around here. We don't come on here and say things just for shits and giggles. And Lord, forgive me for my mouth today. But you can see the video. The thing that the cheddar color coat leader is trying to spin, the thing that cosplaying Christy no, whatever her name is trying to spin is a lie. Ms. Good did not hit that agent. She was trying to get away. In fact, one told her to leave. As he told her to leave, one said move. They're constantly grabbing at the door handle, trying to drag her out the car. Lori said, I've seen it, so it's still up. You can, I commandeer you to go, all of you to go and see it. She exactly said she wasn't blocking anything.
She wasn't. Can I say something really quick?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. So there is a gentleman on X I recommend everyone going to. He actually broke it down in 11 parts. So like he looked at every single angle that has been posted on X or any other social media and broke it down again in it's like 11 parts. His name is Chris, and then the other name is like Vanderveen, Vanderveen. And again, he literally broke it down in 11 parts and showcases the fact she had her car in the reverse, her tires were moved away from him. The ICE agent in front of the one with the mask was in front of her vehicle, but she was nowhere near him. She actually put her hand out, and one ICE vehicle actually went around her. And she did it not once, but twice. She wasn't blocking anybody. And if you listen to what Christy, the Lulu girl, said, like the ICE individuals, their cars were stuck in ice, which is pretty funny. But so she wasn't blocking anyone. She was actually trying to move away. There is also audio, which again, he broke down as well, where you can hear one ICE person saying, get out of your car, while the other is saying, move. So they're giving her 3 different instructions. So what would have happened if she actually got out of her car while the other is saying, move? It probably would have been detrimental, which is, who knows at that point. But the fact is, they're not even supposed to be pulling her out of her vehicle at all. They have no police authority at all whatsoever. Because
I'm glad you said that, sis. I was gonna say that because DJ, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, sis. Hold on, you can get back to it. DJ Rocky B, you know you my girl. You know I rock with you and I love you, but no, ma'am, we can't no comply in there because and even if you wanted to say you got to comply, she was just like Angel was just saying, she was given 2 to 3 commands on. You told her to move, she's backing up, she's moving, and as we figured out and learned that the Supreme Court put into law back in 1980 something, I can't remember the date, but if a person or subject is fleeing, you do not have the authority to pew them.
No, you're not even, you're supposed to move out. DHS dropped a new law. I think it's like Felix versus something. I saw it going through the Reds yesterday and this morning. And there is a rule that DHS is supposed to be complying with all the way around, which is if the person is moving their vehicle, that vehicle is moving in any capacity, they're supposed to get the hell out of the way. He put himself in danger by when she was moving off, he stepped in front. He did this, not her. She was out. Her tires in every single clip that they have shown and freezed, her tires were away from those officers completely. I don't want to call them officers, away from those agents. Yeah, away from those agents. They had no authority. They had no reason to detain her. They had no reason to take her out of her vehicle. She had nobody else in the vehicle but her, which states in the rules as well. There was no reason for them to even view in her car because she had no, quote, immigrants in her vehicle. She literally was getting out of that area, away from that area. To call her an agitator, she was a poet. She wrote poetry. She was a mom. Are we really going down this and calling a poet an agitator? The stuff that's been said and that people with no human decency has wrote on this thread overall is disgusting behavior. and people should be ashamed in themselves for what they have written. And I'm trying not to get emotional. However, like
I'm with you.
if you go through what Chris has written and this entire thread, he pinpoint every single thing. And my last note is this. This is not the first time ICE has unalived somebody. The media has not spoken out in regards to 2 cases I have seen now, but it's actually 3 additional one. There was a gentleman that was unalived in September 12th of 2025 in Chicago, Illinois. There's another one on New Year's Eve. This one no one has heard about. I didn't even hear about. His name is Keith Porter. He was 43 in Los Angeles. He was unalived in his home on New Year's Eve by ICE. There's another one, a young lady who was unalived as well by ICE, and I'm gonna get her name in just 2 seconds. If I can find it again. Yeah, Miramar Martinez was pew-pewed 5 times by an ICE agent in Chicago. The ICE agent went on to brag about leaving 7 holes in her body. No, these have not hit media until today.
This event is going to teach you.
Sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
Like, so my thing is this, at this point when it comes to ICE, it's not even about gender, it's not even about color. Everyone should be afraid. Everybody. Period.
You're right about that. DJ Rocky B, you came up.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, G. I'm good. Good morning. It's a very
Good morning.
sad thing that happened. You know, I pray for her family. You know, I must have seen a different video because there's a lot of video angles of it, and I saw the one on the driver's side, and they asked her to get out the car, is what I heard. Now, in the age of AI, you know, anything can be said if y'all think about that. So we have to be very careful as to what, you know, is being put out there just in general, you know. So the one I saw, ICE agents, which are federal agents, right? They are telling her to get out the car, and then she goes forward and hits the ICE agent, and then he shoots. Now, as kids, all of our parents we were raised to comply because that's where we come from. And G, I think you agree with that. You know, I mean, it's just a thing especially with people of color. You know, I'm Hispanic. You know, I mean, and I, you know, I should be a target right now. You know, but if they tell me to comply, I have to. And I saw another video of because I listen to different opinions and, you know, points of views, we'll say. And this other guy said, you know, if she had a kid, why would she be out there putting herself at risk? You know, because there's a lot of people that
Okay,
do
hold
not
on.
mingle in those crowds.
Hold on. Let me interrupt you real quick. Just real quick. A couple things. That's a good question. And see, that's something that is not being put out there. You got to go where I saw the video at is a reliable source. It's not nobody that's trying to spin a narrative of anything. This
Correct.
is people.
Same here, G.
You feel me? Now, and so to your question as why she was out there, prior to this happening, she was actually out helping people in her community get around that wasn't able. So she was helping her neighbors and her people in the community. She was out doing a
in her
good
neighborhood. Like, let's be
Right,
honest.
right
She
by our
was in
house.
her neighborhood. Her partner
No,
witnessed this. Her partner witnessed the entire thing. She
I'm
was
bringing
in her neighborhood.
I'm bringing the point of, you know, just as like, gee, would you, let's say I'm illegal, and I'm gonna just keep it 100 because that's what I do. You know, if I was illegal and I was in your neighborhood, but you have your grandchildren to think about, you have your children, you know, and they're whatever. Why would you put yourself in that situation? Again, that's just another point of view that somebody else had. So I'm collecting
I'm
all.
not trying to be mean, DJ, but then none of us should be outside at all. We should not leave our homes at all because every single one of us have a relative, a mother, a father, a kid, a niece, a nephew, a family member. Then we should not have any police officers or anybody at all going outside.
Well,
because this could have happened to anybody.
You have to prioritize what's important. Like
she did.
Like I said, if
she did. She was not an agitator. You're missing the point.
Hold on.
Hold on
1 second.
Let me
hold
speak.
hold on, DJ Rocky.
G,
Before you speak, I'm gonna let you speak, but hold on. I want to, because it sounds like you're thinking. I think you might have been led to believe that she was out there participating in the protest,
That part, and she wasn't.
and she was
She
not. Is what I'm
wasn't.
saying.
give me 1 second. So, but let me, and that's true because that's what I'm thinking because I haven't heard that part of it. So I'm listening to you, right, G? And I'm cool. Me and you cool, and we all have
We're
differences
all
of
cool.
opinion, and we're allowed that, right? But I look at everything. I dissect every single point of view and come to a conclusion on my own. But personally, I mean, if I was illegal and you were my neighbor, let's say pretend that that was the situation, and you were out there trying to protect me, I would say, and you get murked on my behalf. That's on me because I should have done the right thing, and oh, this is gonna, and I'm Hispanic, guys. Remember this. I live in a Hispanic neighborhood. There is a lot of people that have been here for a very long time, and I have to keep it 100. It's gonna sound ugly, but it is what it is. They drive around with 50, $60,000 cars. There's a lot of people living in their homes, as a family, and everybody, I guess, contributes to the home. Why don't you take that money and go get legalized? You know what I'm saying? $50,000 or quinceanera spending money irresponsibly. You should take care of your business, and that's just my point of view.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
mean,
duck because I
again,
can't listen to this. I'm Hispanic too, G, and you know that. But that's
Hmm.
stereotyping, and it takes a
it's
lot of
not.
years.
It's
It is
facts.
Hold on,
It's
hold,
stereotyping. It
facts.
is
hold on.
You
stereotyping.
can't you
It's
can't
not
argue
Hold,
the
facts.
hold on,
facts. You
DJ.
can't
It's
I
argue
not
mean,
the
DJ
facts.
Rocky
facts.
B.
That's
Hold on,
not facts.
Angel. I'm let
It
Angel
is
respond to you.
facts.
It's not
Hold on,
facts.
DJ Rocky B.
It is
Hold on.
facts.
I'm gonna let Angel respond to what you were saying.
It's not correct because my grandmother did my family's paperwork for many years, and the process now to this day takes years to get done. You do not know someone's situation. You do not know that what someone else is going through or how hard it is to get immigration status. I have relatives that are still to this day trying to get immigration status. My stepmom does now paperwork for her family and trying to get them over here. It's not an easy path, and you cannot judge someone just because yeah, I'm a Hispanic and I'm in the community, and I went 3 years ago and it was 120,000 for my cousin's quinceanera. But you know what? Our entire family contributed to that quinceanera because that's how it is. It's family helping family in the end to make this girl's dream happen at 15. But you cannot sit here and say, oh, go get your papers done. That is the racism that happens in the Latino community, and we need to stop that. We need to help one
That's
another.
not.
It is. It
Yeah,
is a
I think you're.
stereotype,
I think
and it
you're.
is
I
not
think. I think
right.
that.
Hold
I
on.
I think that you take things too personally. Again,
Damn
everybody
sure
has the right to their
I
own
do because
opinion.
that's my family.
Okay.
You are
Look.
right. I
And
do.
I'm
Just like
and I
G
have
takes
Hold
family
on.
everything
and I have
Hold on.
community.
family members that way
Hold on.
too.
This
Hold
is
on.
I
the
have family
exact
Oh,
members
okay.
reason,
Look. Hold
also.
on.
G,
Okay.
I'm
Listen.
talking to you. This is the
Okay.
exact reason that our family is split because that is the same stereotypical racism that the Mexican community is against. That is what's happening now. That is why that people are mad in regards to like the split of half voting for Trump and half white. The half that voted for Trump is exactly this. Judging others when they shouldn't because you're not in that place. Because yesterday, it could have been an Enrique that was shot or someone else that was pew-pewed by that ICE agent in that vehicle. It's not a black and white thing. And to sit here and say, well, they should have gone and got their paperwork. You know what? That is,
It's
again,
true.
no, it's not true because you
It's
don't know
true.
everyone's
Okay.
situation
Okay. Hold on. Let me
at
intervene. Okay.
all.
Let me intervene. Let me intervene here. Let me say something.
Gladys, you can
Let's
kindly
hold.
swipe out of here with that too.
Huh? I
Read
thought
Gladys's quote right there.
you sound white for me. I doubt you're.
Do you want me to pull my birth
Wait. Hold on.
certificate? I will be
Who are
happy
you
to,
speaking to?
Gladys. I think that Gladys Gonzalez, you sound too white for me, and I doubt you are
Yeah.
Spanish.
I'm asking her who is she saying that to? Because you know what? Go ahead and put her because both of them are our family members. So just go ahead. She can go on to the block party. Um, let's slow down. We got because again, just like I was stating over there on Straight Facts broadcast. This is not the time. We've got to come together. But let's say this. Let's
Right.
put it into context. Biden, when we were leading up to the competition for November, Biden had and Kamala had already put in a place or a law in act, or not a law, but they try to draw up this thing to so that what do y'all call that when you get a certificate? What was it called? Citizenship. The citizenship. They tried to put something in place, an act in place, to expedite that situation or
The
that
immigration process. They were trying to
the
get more
process. Thank you.
judges, more
Yes.
judges in the court to expedite it because it was taking too long. It went from like 5 years to sometimes 20 years to get citizenship, where they were asking
And
for more
I agree with
paperwork,
that.
more information.
And I agree with that. It
You don't
takes
agree
too
with it
long.
because
I
that's
agree
the
with
point
you.
that
Hold on.
but that's the part that you're not understanding. You're sitting here saying, well, they should put that money towards it. How do you know they're not? How do you know those individuals don't have lawyers already or haven't done that process or are working on it?
Well, I'm sorry.
The
I'm sorry
Mexican
that it
consulate.
triggers you.
Listen,
I'm sorry that it triggers
See,
you,
No,
but
it's-
it's not a
know,
trigger.
I
and
have the
that's
right
not
to my own opinion.
disrespectful.
It is
That's
because
fine.
your
Have
voice
your
is
own
very
opinion.
Hold on.
loud.
Okay, but
Yeah,
listen.
it
Okay,
is.
listen.
Because
Okay,
you're not
that's cool to.
listening.
Hold on. It's cool to have opinions.
All I've been doing is listening.
That's cool to. Did you? Hold on. Let me mute y'all up real quick, because y'all on the panel. You may not even know. Okay. Here's the thing with that though. It's okay to have an opinion. That's fine. But what we're saying is that what because you're saying what they should have done this, they should have been legal, and they should. And what we're trying to tell you is the fact of the matter that the administration right now, the orange leatherface fucker that's in the office right now, he told the people that's in his party not to even vote that act into Congress, so that way he could run on the immigration situation, correct? But the thing about it is he's not doing it the right way. He's not affording these people due process. And then you say you want to make sure that you want to make sure you're documented. Well, but the thing about it is there's a hold on, somebody's off mute. Okay, my fault, Kimo.
He's
Um,
just looking for gifts at the top, just to let you know, G. So that's
You know
the only
him?
reason why he's no, I don't. He's just looking for help. He does this in Asha's life too, where he comes in there, sits on the panel, and he wants people to gift him because he's in like another country trying to get money for food and stuff. So he's gonna sit up there and unmute himself back and forth, trying to get people to donate to him.
Okay, brother, you welcome. If you're in need of stuff like that, hey, you in the right place. We'll gift you and try to get you some money up like that. But don't come off your mute unless I take you off or tell you to. Okay. So now he stated that he didn't want them to um, vote on that act because he wanted to run on it. And the thing about it is he's not doing what he was supposed to be doing. In fact, they're supposed to have due process. That's not happening.
Mhm.
If he was about actually bringing some kind of decorum or some kind of structure to the immigration policy, then he wouldn't have told his party members not to vote on that. It would have already been in place, and then when he came in, he could have continued running that, but he didn't, right?
Yeah, I
And
agree.
so,
I agree that the immigration policy is definitely broken. I totally agree with that. I think that,
hold
or
on,
what I
Rocky B.
thought
I'm sorry.
before.
I'm sorry. Hold on, Rocky B. I'm sorry.
What?
You can talk. No, not you. But hold on,
Oh,
Greg.
I'm
Listen to
sorry.
me. Listen to me. It's your white porcelain privileged ass people that came over here and stole this land. So immigrants that seeking asylum or seeking a better life has just as much right to be here as y'all funky non-bathing asses do. So please don't come in here with that. If they're committing crimes, I agree with you. They need to be locked up. But you still can't talk to me about that because you have a criminal in office right now. that you're not going to give or locking up. Go ahead, DJ Rocky B. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. The one I think what I was trying to say is that I thought, and this is just my thinking, that I thought they were going to grandfather in people that had already been here,
Hmm.
and it didn't end up going that way. You see what I mean? So it's definitely broken. I think that me personally, if you've been here 20 years or more, I mean, we got we got bigger criminals in the country, and you haven't committed any crimes. They should be grandfathered in anybody who's an immigrant, or yeah, an immigrant. So, but that's
Uh,
basically it. Back to the subject that you're on. That's was what I saw, but I appreciate the platform and I appreciate you letting me speak. And Angel, no offense to anybody, but like I said, it's my opinion, and we cool,
ain't
no
nobody
hard
batty.
feelings.
I'm glad y'all came to that, and that's just all it is. It's supposed to be the United States, and we just have a cabinet. And I'm about to come to you, just a 1 second. Um, but we are seeing a cabinet, an administration who is boldly defining the laws, and so it's hard for us to hear you say to comply when we have an administration that's supposed to be for both parties. It's supposed to be for U.S. citizens, period,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not complying to the constitutional law. They're
Mm-hmm.
actually outlaws doing the same
Yeah.
thing. Now, when it comes to this lady, I can totally understand if you thought that she was out there participating in the rally, knowing that she had this at home. That's perfectly fine. But no, she wasn't. She was out helping people in her community, and there was actually two cars of agents, and as Angel was saying, and I'll send you the video, but the
First
first
one she waved
she
past, and the
exactly.
second one was the truck that she also waved past, but that
Mm-hmm.
agent
Stopped.
got out of the vehicle.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that's
Yeah, I
that's
would
what
love
we're
to see
saying.
those
She did
videos.
nothing wrong.
Okay, I'll send it to you. I'll
Thank you
send you
so
what you need to
much.
watch. All right.
All
Thank you for
right,
coming up.
guys. Y'all have a good morning, okay? Love
You
y'all.
do the same, Bestie. I love you to life.
I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
All right, thank
Just
you.
you're welcome. Just A.
Hey, how's it going, man? Good
How's
morning.
it going, brother? Good morning to you.
I just would say that yesterday, like I said, I watched that video and I was shaking up behind it because like I was telling my wife, we have two daughters ourselves and I have sons too. And that lady was a mother and someone's daughter or someone's aunt or or whatever family member you can think of. And all this started because a white kid, little twerk, decided to get up and go try to barge in and stroke a match and add gasoline to an already fire that's going on in America by trying to outcast Somalians and things like that and outcast other nationalities and ethnicities by saying they don't belong here by fraud. If that guy would have never came out there and did all of that, none of those agents would have been in full force. None of those people would have been out there protesting against ICE. It would have been just
Thank you,
a
Pat.
easy situation. But you have these agitators and you have these chaos agents. I call them chaos agents
You're right.
because they don't add anything to the conversation. They don't add anything of trying to progress Americans to a better place. They add gasoline to already blazing fire. And what happened yesterday shouldn't have happened. And what even is the bigger picture as black American myself, if you can unalive a white woman in broad daylight, what does that say about our community? What does that say that they're going to come after our community?
Good point. Great point.
Because usually you would hear about unalivings about our community in the thickness of night and things like that. But what you see that happened on national TV, that this woman was unalive, and that's a white woman, not a black woman, not a black man, not a brown person or nothing. A white woman was unalive, and then you have the people that are twisting themselves in pretzels, trying to justify that why this white woman was unalive, why it was the right thing for her to be unalive. It's sickening. It's sick.
I agree.
Just a look up Keith Porter. He was unalived on 12/31/25 by an ICE agent in Los Angeles, California. He was in his home, and he is black, and got no media coverage on it, sir.
I 100% understand that, but there's a reason why you didn't hear any news coverage about that. There's a reason behind that, and I think that yesterday it really opened Pandora's box.
Hey, 1 second, just
Yeah.
the Duke. No. You're not. You no. She did not try to run over. No. We're not gonna do. We're not gonna create false narratives in here. We're gonna go based off what the video. So see, here's the problem. We got this video. We saw the video before cosplaying Christy could get on there and spin her narrative, and Cheetolini could get on here and hop on to that. No, we're not going to do that here. We're just not. We are going to go based off of what's in this video. Because here's the thing. Let me ask you this, Duke. If she hit him, how was he able to walk down the street where her car stopped at or crashed at from him pew-pewing her, walk back up the street to a vehicle, and get this, then leave the scene? You see, we was born at night. We wasn't born last night. You get me? So that's what we're not going to do. We're just going to stay focused on what's right here and what we see, because you all do not reserve the right to try to Men in Black and Jedi trick us and click something in front of our faces and act like we didn't see what we saw. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, just I didn't mean to interrupt you. You guys, you go ahead and finish.
No, and and that's the thing. They even in training and if you can look this up. I looked it up yesterday. In the training, when they train the ICE officers, they tell them, and this was in any law enforcement, they tell you never to stand in front of a vehicle, because if you stand in front of a vehicle, it poses a risk for you as the officer, and it also poses a risk for the driver behind the wheel. You never do that. You never do that. Because you don't know what is going either through the mind of the officer or the mind of the person behind the wheel. It's just an unnecessary risk. And if you look at the video, the woman is clearly trying to move away from the officers. You do not know who these people are that are approaching you. They have a short fuse. These people are masked people. You don't know if they are posing as ICE officers or are truly ICE officers. ICE officers do not have the authority to detain American citizens because we are an American citizens. We have nothing to do with immigration, border control, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you telling her to get out the vehicle? Why are you trying to open her door? Let her go. Let her go. She would have lived to see another day.
And she wasn't trying to be combative or anything. She was just moving out the way.
That's it. That's it. But you have this maniac in office that is emboldening these people, mainly white people, to come out here and act like cowboys, like this is the Wild Wild West. And they're around here acting lawless, and don't have empathy.
Right, big
And
wall.
it trickled down to the supporters where they're telling this woman, well, she shouldn't have not been in there, or FAFO. Not no empathy for, hey, this woman lost her life. Hey, a child, it doesn't have their mother now. It's sick, man. And I'll land it there. It's sick.
You right, brother. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much. I gave you a follow too.
Yes,
So
sir. I followed you back. You guys have a great
appreciate
rest of
it.
your morning.
You too, Justin, man. Sincere.
Yes, sir.
How's it going, brother? Good morning.
I'm all right. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks for letting me up.
Absolutely.
I just think it's just a tragedy of honestly what this world is coming to right now, and we're living in this through real time. And I'm not sure about you, but I have kids, and it terrifies me that my kids are going to grow up in this world that we live in right now.
Yes.
And,
Yes,
and you
unfortunately.
know, my dad always tells me that, especially with the situation that just happened, they'll sacrifice one of their own to get their point across. We've seen it
Mm-hmm.
in some situations with Charlie Kirk, and we're seeing it again. This wasn't like the last gentleman said. This wasn't a black woman. This wasn't a black man. This wasn't a brown woman. This wasn't a brown man. This is one of their own.
Facts.
These people don't have any business in these counties, these states, these cities, detaining, grabbing people from their homes, grabbing people off the streets, trying to go into schools and everything like this. This is insane what we're living in right now. And I don't know how we get out of this. I really don't understand how we get out of this or what we can do. Because protesting is only going to make, in some situations, worse than what it is. Because these people now, some of
Too
these
bad,
ICE
man.
agents,
Mm-hmm.
they think they have the right to do whatever they want. And you
Yep.
have, like he said, a maniac in office that has given them the right to do what they want.
You're right. You're right. And that's the
It's just
scary thing
it's
about it.
crazy.
It is. And I don't know what we can do because here's the thing. They got everything. They got the Supreme Court under their uh fingertips. They got the Congress. They got Senate. They got everything. They got everything. So the only thing that I can see that's going to actually help is to treat him the same we would get treated. He needs to be arrested. They all need to be arrested. And here's the thing. Okay, so I get it. You're gonna because his fan club is gonna come in here and say, well, he's got immunity. You can't arrest him, which is true. But the administration doesn't.
Agreed.
Go and get them.
Well, they are starting impeachment of Christie. That is happening today. Thank God. Hopefully that goes through without any colors, but
Right.
with flying colors. But he said something, and I can't find the post. But the schools went on lockdown. The high schools and everything went on lockdown the minute that pew pewing happens in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a video. Again, I can't find it. That is going around, so you might want to look it up. G. That ICE agents showed up at a high school when they were releasing those kids. And it shows everything. Yeah, the students and stuff, they were pepper sprayed. They had canisters. A video going around of a black man that was hit by a canister in the face.
Yes,
And he
the
has
orange.
stuff.
Yeah.
All, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff happened after this pew pewing. And so for them to hit a high school, which was already on lockdown, and so they're probably thinking, oh man, we have a mass pew pewing happening in our school. Like, what's happening? Like, and then you're going to start tackling the students who are underage. Like, what are we doing here? This
Yeah.
is not normal. So yeah, like there's a lot of like stuff that happened during this investigation and then like immediately after. So, but yeah, the impeachment thing though is on the books today. So I'm like waiting for that to drop.
Let's pray for that. Let's pray for
Yes.
that. Sincere, you wanna anything you wanna say, brother?
And I've just seen you live, and I was listening. I just wanted to get in real quick, and just I have a couple of friends that I work with that they're they're classified. You could say they're classified as immigrants, but they're hard workers. They do their job. They don't do anything that they're not supposed to do. They're just hard working people, just like you and me and everybody else. And they're afraid for their life. They're literally one of them is one of the ladies there. I'm her her daughter. That's my goddaughter,
Hmm.
and she's afraid that she's gonna just get stopped one day coming out of the grocery store, going to pick her child up from school, and she's gone just like that. And I don't understand why it's so hard for some people to understand that this entire country that we live in was built on immigrants.
That part right
I
there.
don't understand that. I don't
Hmm.
understand that. This
Hmm.
whole country was built on immigrants. And for some strange reason, all of a sudden now is, hey, my kind is better than yours. So you got to go. And you're
Yeah.
not locking up the immigrants. For one, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Isn't the first lady an immigrant?
And
Yeah,
lied
he's not
about
from
her
here.
citizenship. Right. You are
Exactly.
so right.
She didn't get her citizenship until after that she had Barron. So
She
yes,
had a yeah. She came up on the Einstein something visa, something
she
like
came
that.
over on a visa, but it was expired. It was like a work visa for modeling. But
Hmm.
Okay.
yeah, she didn't become a citizen until after Barron was born. So he's an anchor baby. So if they do try to do that whole citizenship thing, he would be the first to go.
See, it
Exactly.
backfires on them. They don't even get
Yeah.
it.
And
You
I don't,
know.
and I just don't understand why you're focusing so hard on immigrants coming from the South. What about the immigrants that's coming from Canada? What about the
Mm.
immigrants that's coming from the UK?
Hmm.
You're not talking about them. You're not sending them home. You're not packing them up, getting them out of here.
I
But
Right.
heard the
you're
greatest
quick.
comment on MAGA that are MAGA Canadians, and it's Maple MAGA or MAGA Maple, something like that
Mm.
that I heard in another live. So yeah, so Maple MAGA, you need to go. Like that's my thing. I was like,
Yeah,
if we're gonna talk about immigration, yeah, Canadians, bye. Take hockey with you at
yeah,
this point. Bye.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
understand that.
Yeah. For real. Yeah. You're right on
I
that.
just don't get it. I don't
one
get it. I don't
Canadian
understand
said
that.
yesterday in another live, he was MAGA, and he's like, "Well, Harris didn't visit the northern border. Oh, so you're concerned about the northern border? What are y'all doing in the northern border that you need her to go visit? Because it's the south border that y'all are crying about. So now all of a sudden you want her to come visit the Canadian border. What are y'all doing in Canada? Again, bye
Exactly,
Canadians, go back."
exactly.
And
And you got
maybe Trump can like get us Niagara Falls and make that, our own territory over there.
Yeah. Maybe. Right. Yeah.
he's
I'm gonna
such a
let you.
he's such in a hurry to take over Venezuela, bro. You're having a hard time running this country.
And
You
has
can't run this
before too.
country, but you try to run that one. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's just why
Crazy.
it's wild to me, because also I'm like can't like I'm thankful that yes, that
Thank you, Red
Canada
Heat.
had a rude awakening and did not vote their Cheeto man in office that was MAGA, that was exactly like Trump, like mirror to mirror, type
Mhm.
thing. But I'm like, you guys are still ran by King Charles. Don't you have your own like PDF file person in his family that y'all need to be worried about that comes
Stay
to
over
visit?
there.
Like,
Exactly.
like you're still ran by a monarchy. Like,
Yeah, they
come on
behind for
now.
real.
Yeah, like Google's free. You have your own issues. Like, stay out of American issues right now, because like you're not making any sense. You have your own PD file over there that you should be worried about. You have your own issues over there that you need to be worried about.
Right. Hold on. We got a new panel. Before I get to playing some of these audios, we got a new guest on the panel, Truth Teller. I've been seeing your comments, so I brought you. I'm glad you sent the request. I wanted you to come up anyway, so I can let you state what you were saying.
What exactly are y'all? I just want to stay on topic. What are y'all talking about right now? Because all I'm hearing is like people coming over from south of the border when we also have more people come over from airlines in Europe and South America where the rich ones come over on airlines, the poor ones go by foot through Mexico. And then what everybody's so upset about this woman that got killed in Minneapolis. Where's
Say,
this outrage when
on
we
a
were
lie.
getting gunned down with our hands up in the air by the police and we're being murdered by state sanctioned violence? This one woman, now they want to scream at you if you even talk about why didn't she just get out the car? What did she think was going to happen? They were just going to let her ride off into the sunset because she wouldn't get out?
Well, either way, first of all, I can tell you this is the first time I saw you here. So let me introduce you to us first and foremost. Welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it.
Thank
Secondly,
you.
we don't do the race thing. We don't pick one race or another. Wrong is wrong, and wrong don't have a color. So we
Wrong,
call it all.
wrong,
So
yeah, wrong is wrong, but it does have a
yeah.
color. It does have a color.
Well,
State sanctioned violence against black people in America has been going on for generations. So why we acting brand new?
but is it right though?
And no, it's not right. But let's
Right.
stop acting brand new about it when we see it happen to them,
Hold on.
because
Hold on.
I
Hold
don't
on.
feel like they
Because
care when it happens to us.
I feel like you're a
They don't.
chaos agent. But here's
No,
what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying. Okay. So let me tell you this. Yes, you're right. It has been going on, and that's the problem. We address that too. Um, the reason why what we're upset about more than anything is the fact that there is a band of racist YT men that are going around unlawfully committing crimes. Black, white, Somalian, Haitian, any of them, they're wrong. And so what we're doing here is we are bringing awareness to, once again, yesterday they committed something again, and yeah, she just happened to be a YT lady. Let's pray that that's an eye opener to the YT people who haven't
Correct.
listened to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
That's what I'm
they
doing.
upset when they get a taste of their own medicine.
Right, but see, we come from a spiritual lineage, so it's we are, to a sense, we are like, you know what, it's on y'all now. We try to tell you and you didn't listen. But then too, like my man Sincere was saying, I have kids that's growing up in this world too. So I also want them to anything I can do to try to get it to where I can get the ones who don't understand now, whether it be they literally don't understand or even if they're intentionally ignorant. I want yesterday's action to serve as notice to them that they're not excluded either. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
time for them to band with us and listen to us.
They're never going to band with us. They're never going to listen because they had 400 years of trying to listen and try to. We've had laws that had to be enforced in order for them to even enforce their laws for equal rights amongst us. And then Trump comes along and takes it all away. All these immigrants and these white people voted for this shit. They wanted this to happen.
And that's why I opened up my broadcast with stating anybody, I don't care if we've been friends for 30 years, anybody that voted for him, this blood is on their hands.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
chaos is on their hands. We
They
we
could
we,
have. They
we are on
had
the
12
same.
other people to choose to run this country on the Republican side, and they chose the worst in the bunch on purpose, and then laughed in our
Exactly.
faces, and then
And
attacked the Capitol building and shit on it and smeared on it, and then they all got pardoned for it.
Yeah.
This is white
correct.
privilege backfiring in their faces, and it's going to
Correct.
happen again because
Let me
they
follow
don't
you, girl.
learn.
Let me give you a follow. Right. Right. You're
I
so
love
right.
history and I love to understand other people's cultures, but it's getting underneath my fingernails when all these immigrants come here and they don't care to know America outside of just going to work and making a paycheck.
Well, I think here's the thing that I get with it. Our country is supposed to be built on um, just anybody that's trying to seek asylum or make a better living, honest living. Now, I don't mean committing crimes. I don't mean that. I mean honest living, staying in their lane, doing what they're supposed to do, and contributing. Because one thing we do got to pay attention to, uh, immigrants pay a lot of the taxes into this country.
That is very true.
So you give me
And
so
it
that
ain't all
means
about money.
Stated
When
at
they can't be
94%
bothered to
coverage.
learn this country, they can't be bothered to learn our history. They sitting in our faces telling us we don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, they don't even know the history of this country and don't understand the dynamics of these white people that we have to been dealing with for 400 years. We are now people are starting to wake up now to understand that we are the natives of this continent, not the people they writing checks to on these reservations. It's us that were the first nation in America before they ever came over here, and they know it. The average white person don't know it, but the CIA and the FBI know it.
Yeah.
Well, truth teller, to be honest, we are the originators of mankind. Period. We were here
Exactly.
first.
But this is the
That
land
part.
of milk and honey. Not Africa, not South America, not Mexico, not Europe. Everybody's coming here and it's no accident. This is where everything happened. They talk about deporting us, but they don't want to because they can't. If we move, this whole blessing of them coming over here moves with us.
That's true.
Hmm. Hmm. Here's the thing. I don't know Somalians. This is like my man said before. It all started over Somalia, right?
Yeah.
This right
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, here's the kicker: majority of the Somalians voted for him.
That's right.
That's true too.
And here's the
Hmm.
extra kicker. Somalians are registered as white in America.
That they are.
That
So
Say
part
that
right
again.
there.
Say that.
so
Say
to
that again for the ones in
They
the
are
back.
white.
technically,
They
if
are
you
white.
go and look at the stuff, it didn't start over Somalians. It
Well,
already had started back in 2020 and 2021. They were already investigating this stuff.
no,
So
we're talking
just
about in
like
Minnesota.
no, I know. Hold on, that's what I'm talking about. In Minnesota, that fraud investigation was already done. It was done by a white lady, plain and simple.
Exactly. Exactly.
Who
But
who
mhm.
was who her foundation was helping to feed the Somalian community. That's when they gravitated to it. Just like when Trump went on that platform and said the Haitians are eating the dogs and the cats. That's all. That's
In
all he
Ohio.
did. This fake journalist went there and said, "Oh, like okay, so this pretty much in his head, he's like, oh, Somalians got this lady put in jail, but really they're the criminals. Like, let's just target this entire community." That's what he
And
did. And then yesterday he went on a podcast crying that he was doxxed and all this stuff's happening, but can't name names. So he's blaming the media for taking his video and having it go rampant. Karma's a bitch.
yeah, I'm not
Because,
sorry about
yeah,
none of it.
I'm not
You know.
sorry either. Like, good. Now you know how it feels because that's what's happening in Minnesota with all the individuals up there dealing with this shit.
$18
But I wanted
billion.
to say something. I wanted to say
Yes.
something to True. There is a lot of, because I have a friend that is in Canada. They are unaware of a lot of the issues that are happening here. Their media is being extremely censored. And it's happening not just there, it's happening in other countries as well. Like they're being censored where they have no idea what is happening here. They have no idea about ICE raids. They have no idea about the issues
Right,
that
Mandy.
Trump's doing, like at all. So unless it's happening, Trump is going after their country, they are absolutely clueless. So in some realms, I hear what you're saying, and I try my best to like give the benefit of the doubt to them. But at the same time, like they need to be aware because now, like the people that are uprising about Trump that voted for him, now they are moving to Mexico. And I'm like, no,
Mm.
you need to go back.
Do you
Like,
blame them though for for other countries censoring what they see on our front?
I
I mean,
don't
I
blame
don't
them,
blame
but
them.
I don't blame them for censoring it. But the fact that you're censoring media that is important and that they should be aware. Because, for example, like I have a friend in Ireland. They know about Trump, but they're like, "Oh, so it's peaceful." I'm like, "No, it's not.
No.
It's not."
Wrong
And
headline.
he's like,
Yeah.
"What?" And he's like, "What's happening there?" You know, because they have their own stuff that they deal with, but it's based on like religion there. And he was telling me about it, and I'm like, "No, here it's worse." And I've sent him stuff that he can see. And that's why I am grateful for social media when it comes to TikTok or it comes to Threads and it comes to X. Yeah, there's a lot of fake news and you have to weed yourself through it. But the fact that other countries are not fully aware of what's happening here, like how many of us knew that Nepal had an uprising against fascism, against that stuff? Like not many of us knew. So there is a lot of censorship happening, and it's a bit like I don't want to say like give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but like be aware of that too. Like most places do not know what's happening here.
Truth teller, I'm gonna let you land your plane real quick, but let me make this PSA. Listen, y'all, we got these balloon things for our live goal. We've got 3, and we need, I think it's 7 more. Yeah, those. What was that called? Thank you, Batty. You right on time. Balloon crown. We need. Okay, she might take us out of there. I don't know. Thank you, Bestie. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Click on that orange heart up there and subscribe to the channel. If you've sent the heart me, this not this orange heart right here. That's what you subscribe to the channel with. But this one right here. If you have sent me a heart me, click on this and claim your points, please. I'd appreciate that. Also, we're going to play some video in a few minutes, or yeah, some audios in a few minutes, and I'm going to put our picture up here to go with it. Some of it may be disturbing. Well, I'm not going to say some of it. It's disturbing, especially the first one. But I want to go ahead and put that disclaimer out there to you all. Truth teller, would you like to finish off?
Oh, I just want to listen.
Okay, love. All right. Let me see. We have, who is that? Alton from the jungle. Okay. Now I saw you say something was in fact, but I'm gonna give you about a minute and a half, brother. I'm gonna bring you up, or sister, I don't know, because you don't have a real profile picture, and typically I don't do this.
You can
Go
take me
ahead.
down if you have to.
Hey,
Oh, no,
thanks for having me on. I just stumbled onto you guys, and I absolutely love the discussion. But real quick, I'm in exile in Costa Rica. I left the States maybe about 11 months ago, and I got to tell you, we are aware. We are watching the news. Costa Ricans, ticos, ticas. I think the issue is, when you live in a different country and you're coming from the United States, just don't forget, you guys. I mean, every country is dealing with their own craziness. You know what I mean? And it's hard to take in all of the news. But one thing I do want to tell you is that a lot of expats here and a lot of people in exile, I'm in exile, not an expat. There's a big difference. We do know and we do see and we do talk to each other and we spread the news. And I don't want to let that go away, that we're out here and we're really paying attention. We're scared shitless for all of our brothers and sisters back home, man. Terrified, frankly.
If you notice, though, I didn't say a country. I said some are being censored.
Yeah.
Not all. I said some, and I didn't name a country.
Well, and that wasn't an attack, my dear. It was more like a generalized statement to let you know that we are paying attention. And you're right. You're absolutely. There are countries that do unquestionably censor what's going on.
Correct.
Because they don't want the United States to look like the example of what tyranny looks like now.
Correct. And the only reason, though, I mentioned Canada is because I have a friend there who has advised me personally, but I didn't mention any other country. Like, this is what she informed me, that she in Canada, who lives in Canada, like, is unaware of any of the stuff happening here.
Well, and you do raise another really, really important point, though. It's that without getting that stuff into other news feeds like Costa Rica, Central America, South America, so on and so forth, we are shielding other nations from the truth. And America used to be the shining beacon on the hill. We used to be, the leading country for democracy and things that were good. And seeing it from the outside now, and I was born in the States, 54 years there, and I see it now, and I gotta tell you guys, I'm really, really worried about my friends there. I'm worried about you guys. I don't even know you guys, and I'm worried for you. And I wish I knew what our next steps were to defend ourselves from this type of tyranny.
Amen to that, brother. I appreciate you coming up, Alton. And you, matter of fact, let me give you a follow, and you welcome.
Yes,
and
sir.
Hashtag, I'm going to say it anytime.
Got you. Thank you. Thank you guys for letting me up. I appreciate you. God bless.
God bless you, brother. Peace and blessings to you and yours.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right, we're gonna play some of this audio. Like I said, this first one is from the actual pew pew when it happened. You're gonna hear it. Like I said, it's a strong subject matter, and viewer discretion, or listening, in this case, listening discretion is advised. Okay. I'll give you a few minutes to leave if you need to, but um, we're going to play it. And then I have a few more we're going to play. But while we do that, because I see a lot of people still supporting the cheddar color coat leader, which we don't do here. And so let me remind you all while you're listening, that's her. That's the mother. That's a daughter, cousin, whatever, who was out helping people in her. Let me bring you down, baby girl. Let me bring you down a little bit. I want them to see you completely. Who was merely out helping people in her community, doing exactly what our Lord and Savior commands us to do, and that's love one another. That's what she was doing. And these people, who I boldly call racist, unalived her. And I'll tell you why I feel like she was unalived too. I think she was unalived because she didn't believe their narrative. You see, she was helping her community. She wasn't just helping YT people. Now I can't show it on here, Lewis. Can't do that. No, you're trying to get me shut down. I can't do that. I can't do that. So we're gonna listen, all right?
Let's play this clip.
Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? Dude, you did a murder for what?
Now, is Christine Pelosi?
Now.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Were they trying to deport her, or were they trying to just arrest her? What was the point?
Great question. No,
So,
she's an American citizen.
So
so
were
they
they
were
trying
not
to just
trying to.
arrest her?
No, what they were trying. So she pulled out because she was trying to leave the area. She was in her own neighborhood. She was pulling out of her own area, and at one point you can see there's still clips going around where they break down everything. She waved the first car to go around her because she's trying to get out of there. She's trying to do get out of this entire situation. And she waved the first car. The first car that went past her is an unmarked ICE car. Then she waved the second car. The second car happened to be a truck, a silver truck, and it had ICE agents in there as well. There's 2 ICE agents at her door. One is telling her to get out of the way. Well, she's trying to get out of the way. They're blocking her by pulling on her door handle. The other ICE agents telling her to get out of the vehicle. So they're throwing all these commands. She doesn't have to comply to any of it. They have no authority. They're not officers of the law. She had nobody in her vehicle with her. She had no immigrants in her vehicle. She did nothing wrong. She was literally trying to leave the area. So when you see her tires and stuff move to one side in reverse, she's backing out of the way, trying to get out of there and leave that section. You see again, she straightens her tires and moves her tires away from the agent. She's trying again to get out of that area. And that is once you see her first slowly push on the gas and you see her car move, that is when the first pew pew happened and it hit through the windshield. But there is another clip, and thank God to Brooklyn Dad. He is a well-known person over on X. There is a still image where the officer that actually did the pew pewing, he recorded the entire thing on his phone before the pew pewing. And there's a still image of him holding his phone, and you could see it, holding it, and then he puts it down and grabs his weapon. And I can send those to you as well, G, if you want me to send you the link.
Yes, please. Hold on. Yeah, I want that link.
Okay, I'll send it to you when I jump down.
All right. Thank you, sis.
It's a sad ordeal all the way around, man. It really is.
Yeah.
It's gotten to this point.
Hmm.
Are
Worst
they?
part though, since the worst part is this, there's again another clip as well, from the same section area, but this is when her car hits the pole and the other car, okay? And the ICE agent opens the door. It's hearing a bystander yell, "Can I check her pulse?" ICE screams, "No." He
He's talking
says,
about the
"I am a
doctor. Yeah.
physician."
Hmm.
A
Hmm.
physician. And they say, "I don't care." No one went to her to do aid. No one went to her to stop the bleeding. Nobody went to her to check her pulse, ask her if she's okay. Nothing. They literally said no. And you can see there is one agent though in the same clip that says, I know, like aid's coming," in a comment. You could hear him say that. But that's not the point. It's the fact of hearing the ICE agents in complete, you can almost be like complete unison saying, "I don't care." They don't care.
Yeah. They don't.
You could be
They don't.
purple and they would not care.
Yeah. I had a quick question, real quick. Are they deputized, or are they just random people that basically like just sign up for a job and then get a gun and a flak jacket and go to work?
To be honest, like I would say, like my opinion right now, it's hard to say because Trump putting out that whole request of you can get your student loans paid off if you sign up to be an agent.
Yeah.
We'll give you X, Y, and Z amounts of money. This, and this. It is so hard to even say like who is actually in the good apple of ICE and who's the bad apple of ICE and who's actually deputized and who's not. So you know, like in my opinion, I just think they're all Proud Boys at this point.
That's
Okay.
what I think. Let's listen to the. I believe this is the mayor of Minnesota.
Clip.
There's little I can say again that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
More from the mayor right here talking about how Trump's Gestapo is trying to spin this. Here, play this clip.
So they are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is.
Hold on. American Bully. I'm so sick and tired of y'all bitch asses saying she used her car to hit your little precious racist piece of she did not. She did not. She was leaving. She was moving. They told her to move. She was moving. All right. So now, again, like I said to the other person, what you're not going to do, you're more than welcome to stay, but what you're not going to do is come in here and spin this false narrative. I'm not going to let you do that. Period.
Bullshit.
That part.
This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed.
Now, here is how Donald Trump's Gestapo is trying to spin this. Kristi Noem said what took place was an act of domestic terrorism against ICE. So ICE was left with no choice but to shoot the 37-year-old American citizen in the face. Folks, this Trump regime is dastardly. They are a group of disgusting thugs. They are the terrorists. Let's be very clear. Here's what Kristi Noem said. Play this clip.
Questions there. You asked about a shooting that we just had in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the
Justice
adverse
for
weather that
Renee
was in
Nicole
Minneapolis.
Good.
They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them, and those surrounding
Matter
them
of fact,
attempted to
say her
run them
name.
over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information, but this goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day. These vehicle rammings are domestic acts of terrorism. We're working with the Department of Justice to prosecute them as such. We will continue to protect our ICE officers and in cooperation with other law enforcement agencies as well. You've seen me in the last couple of days deploy over 2,000 more officers to the Minneapolis area. And in the last 2 days, we've
More from Kristi Noem here saying anyone who is a citizen of this country or is here legally has nothing to fear. You just killed a United States citizen. You, Kristi Noem, are a terrorist, and you, Kristi Noem, are someone who needs to be brought to justice. You criminal, you killer, you murderer, you despicable, vile, grotesque thing.
So,
You
Eric, if
cancer
laws
on
is
this
laws, why
planet.
don't
Here,
they
watch
follow
what
them?
she says.
Get your bitch ass the fuck up out of here, too.
This is the same lady that was in front of a committee and said they never deported a United States citizen. And what popped up? What did the gentleman have? He had an entire U.S. citizen on a tablet who was deported, who served in our military. Yeah, you are a liar, Kristi.
Naturalized citizen, or were they born here? Were they a naturalized citizen, or were they born here?
It doesn't make a difference.
It
They
does
were
make a
United
difference.
States.
It does make a difference.
If you've got
And he had
citizenship,
It does.
He had
Listen,
citizenship.
listen, if you got
If you were
citizenship,
given U.S. citizen, it could be taken away from you.
for what?
The
Actually,
man
it
served
can't.
for our country.
What? Hold on. So you said it could be taken away from you. Under what grounds?
Under the fact that you were given to it in the first place. If you were given,
No.
if I give
No.
you a citizen, listen,
That's not how
that works,
listen,
Truth.
listen,
Truth, that's
it
not
does
how that
it
works,
works
love.
because yeah, it does because
No, it
listen,
doesn't. There's
listen.
a whole process.
Can
and
I
there's a
finish?
certain-
Can I finish?
There's only certain
Can I finish?
reasons they can take it from you, not just
Can
because
I
they
fin-
want
and
to,
yet
because
they
you're
can take it
naturalized.
from you, and yet
Well,
they
you
can't
need
take
to
it
look
from
that
you.
up.
What? Okay. What's the article?
can.
What's
They
the
look
law?
it up.
What's the article? What's the article? Truth teller. What's the article?
Somebody's telling lies. I wanted to come up and I wanted to tell you that part of the reason that we're seeing this is that a lot of these people that are out there enforcing are from the land in the Middle East that we dare not speak of. They're soldiers. And it's been proven over and over. We got a mix of people, some of them that that we had talked about before, that they had already sent into training, and then they found out they were criminals, and they had to pull them off. So they're just taking anybody with a pulse that is willing to go do this type of work. And it has to be brutal because what they're doing, yes, and I've told you 1,000 times, immigrants are used to distract. So the reason that they're being so brutal with the immigrants is because they're not wanting you to look at how much of your rights as American citizens they are taking away.
Can I give
They
you the
don't want
article?
you,
Okay.
excuse me,
Okay.
they don't want you to see what they're taking away from you as a citizen. Okay, whether you were born here or not born here, as soon as you're naturalized, you're affected by these policies that they're doing while they're hiding behind all the chaos they're causing on the street. What is different
hold on.
here? What is different here?
Hold on one
is that-
second, Aztec Princess. Hold on one second. I owe you an apology, Truth Teller. I looked it up
'Cause y'all
myself.
did ask for the article. Y'all did fast
I
for the
got
law.
it right here. But okay, so it says a naturalized person's citizenship can be taken away if it was illegally procured or procured by concealment of a material fact or by willful misrepresentation. But it does not say that it can be taken away just because you don't like the skin color.
And guess what? If they can prove those things apply to you, your shit's going to get taken away from you. That was my point.
But you're making a hypothetical
All they gotta do is
situation
prove it in
because
court.
you can only lose your U.S. citizenship in specific cases. You run
Exactly
for
what
public
I said.
office in a foreign country, enter military service in a foreign country, or you
Fraud.
apply for citizenship in a foreign country with the intention of giving up your U.S. citizenship.
You can still lose your citizenship if anything
You
they
can
give you in
lose
the
your
United States, they can
citizenship
take
if
it
you
away
break
from
the
you.
law.
That's a fact. That's a
If you
fact.
break
But
the
if
law,
they can,
if I
they can really
sneeze on Donald
let's
Trump,
think
they
about
can
this.
take
If
my
they
just
can really
take it
citizenship.
away because they
if
want
they can
to.
deport people, why
Okay,
don't
hold
they
on, one at a
deport Michael
time.
Flynn that was working as a double agent?
Yeah, well,
Why
we
didn't
Here's
need
the
they
to
thing,
be
deport
True.
him?
clear.
Hold on. Pause, everybody. Here's the thing, True. If you break the law, you're right. There can. They are taking people that are not lawbreakers.
That you
That's
know
wrong.
of. That you all know of,
Right.
because nobody here is really going and reading any court documents at all. And if people
What
want
are
to
you
get real about
saying? Time
history,
out. Pause. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Donald Trump's
Hold on. No.
family,
Quiet.
Donald
Quiet.
Trump's family
Quiet.
got kicked out
Quiet.
of Germany.
Hold on. Ma'am, listen to me. You have due process. They are not affording these people due process. In fact, even some they put on a plane and flew somewhere that they weren't even supposed to go, and the judge told them they couldn't do it, and they still sent another batch on that plane. So they're not following the law, and they're not giving these people due process. However, some people have not committed any crimes, and they are still being deported. That's wrong.
Donald
That's
Trump
what
said
we
if we find out you came in this country illegally and they still gave you citizenship, green cards, they can still deport you because you came in here.
What part of
unlawfully.
all of them are not
laughable.
doing that? What part of that are you not getting?
I
Love?
didn't say they all doing it, and not all
So,
have to
but
do
you're sitting
it.
here
And most
combating
of these
that.
people, the
What they're
Hispanic
doing is
community
wrong.
voted
So
for
let me
Trump,
ask you a
and
question.
67%
Yeah, I think she
Hispanics
is
voted for
right.
Trump.
Have
Hold on.
you better
Let me,
you know what? I'm gonna speak for my community. First of all, when you say the Hispanic community, you're talking about Cubans and Venezuelans,
Cubans,
which is
I don't
kind
even
of sad.
Cubans
Excuse
are
me,
next level shit.
excuse
hold
me.
on.
Do
Let her.
not talk
Hold
about
on.
my
One at a
community.
time.
I'm
One
gonna
at a
talk
time.
about
One
Cubans.
Do
at a
not
time.
talk
Trust me,
about my
I'm about to
One at
community.
a
talk
The
time.
about
Mexican
you. Go
community
for
did
it. Go
not
for it.
vote for him.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gotta drop you because you're not following the rule. I'm telling you, over talking, and I'm saying one person at a time. Now, I thought you was. I don't know what you got going on. All right, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, regardless, if these people are here in a way that's not right, we are for them being deported. But it has to be by the law that you deport them. Period. I don't give a damn what Trump said. Ain't nobody above the law, and he's not following the law. Now, truth, I'm cool with you. All right? But you got to understand one thing here. You're not gonna overtalk people. Right, they're being deported from Florida. They're being deported from here in Georgia. They're being deported. But the fact of the matter is, what you're missing is due process is not being followed. That there entails he's not following the law. A lot of these people do have their papers. A lot of these people have went for citizenship. And as we tried to tell you before, the wait is so long that they're in the process. Hell, since you want to say that, let's talk about the ones that they pick up at the courthouse that's getting their citizenship.
Yeah, that part.
You get me, man? Like, come on, y'all stop with the bullshit, dog. Stop acting like you don't have good home training. Truth, I know some people are here that is not lawfully here. I get that. I totally get that. Do we want them gone? Yes. If they're committing crimes, yes. If you go and you check and find out that they are not a criminal, they're not doing anything wrong, then I would suggest you help them get citizenship the correct way. You don't just send them to a country they've never been to. You don't just go into an elementary school and snatch some elementary kid out of school and take him away from his family. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Come on, man. We can't listen. I don't know what lies you're going to, but we don't do that here. We don't do that here. Like I said before, right is right, wrong is wrong. It does not have a color. Okay? Secondly, what I said, these people that he's brought together, banded together, are to some kind of way put some kind of plan in place to have a good procedure when it comes to immigration or immigrants. And we are all cool with that. Nobody's saying it. However, there's a proper way they have to go about it. and they are not. I'm just going to be honest with you, True. I'm going to tell you what's going on. They're trying to make this country all white. The YT race is rapidly becoming the minority.
Obsolete.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's the whole play. I'm not going to even sit here and yell at you and go back and forth with you. I'm just going to be honest with you. And that's not going to, the times are different. We're no longer back to 400 years that you talked about before. We're not 400 years ago. All right. We're not in so much in the Jim Crow era where all the YT people band together, majority of white people band together and share their same mind frame. We don't live there no more. We live in the times and the age where YT people and BLK people do get along on one accord. And so, prime example, last night when this happened to this young lady right here, there was a lot of YT people out there throughout the whole night, and it's cold in Minnesota. But they saw the injustice that happened, and they stood out there and not went for it. Now, Truth, I feel like you might not be on the same page I am, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you like this. I love all races. I love all colors. Okay. Yet, chilling, laid back. I said that. You're right. You're right on point. Biden had a plan in place or an act in place that he was trying to get passed through to where we could expedite this citizenship progress. But no, the Cheddar Color Code leader said, no, they don't want to do that. Okay, well, you at the block party. All right, so ain't no sense in me talking on that no more. All right, boy, bring out some more tables, mods, and some chairs. With a lot of people going to the block party today. But we ain't even hit our song yet. We're going to play it for them. I want to listen to this real quick. This is an actual right-winged person that was there. And let's just hear what he has to say about it. Hold on. Do I have y'all on mute? Yeah, I'm sorry.
The following to say, play this clip.
Around 8:30 this morning, I was just getting up and I heard a bunch of commotion and whistling outside. And then I heard bang, 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 3 shots. I went to go look out the window and it looked like there's a Honda over there that crashed. And I found out it was an observer that got shot and killed. And I saw them carry it. I got a bunch of video of them carrying the body to the ambulance and stuff. So there's an observer that got shot at an ICE raid of the house next door.
DJ Rocky B, an observer that got shot. I mean, she was in the area. She wasn't participating. She saw what was going on. She was trying to leave. And this is from a right-wing person.
I'm sure that was a scary thing to witness.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty right-leaning, but seeing this is not what you need to do. It's not how to do it. It's not how we're supposed to do things around here in America. So,
how many agents and other people were here when that?
When it first started, there was maybe 20, but now there's hundreds. I mean, they got everybody out, so it's kind of crazy right now.
What's it been like seeing all of this?
Kind of scary. I lived during the riots in 2020, so it's kind of paralleling that right now. It's kind of same feeling. Hoping it doesn't, but it's getting a little rowdy.
Now, he was referring to the George Floyd situation, which, mind you, where they unalived this young lady yesterday is only 4 blocks from where they unalived George Floyd.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I did not know
only 4
that.
blocks. It's crazy, man, what we're going through. Now, I'm going to play some of the things that Senator said. Oh, go ahead, Aztec. I'm sorry, love. Go ahead.
So what I wanted to finish what I was telling you. So what they're doing is that they're using immigration, as they always have, as a distraction. They want you to look that way while they're stripping the rights of American citizens. The other thing that they're doing, and they're being very successful with the younger people, is dividing the Hispanic community with the Black community. The reason they're doing that is to weaken both of our communities, because we have a long history that people that are younger do not realize that we have a long history of being there for each other. Even back in the times of slavery, where Mexico would take in slaves to get them away from it and refuse to give them back, which is how the Alamo fight started, how we
That
lost a
part.
lot of territory. So you guys have to understand that we cannot allow ourselves to be divided at any point. We are stronger together because the mission is to get rid of all color. They do not want any color in this country, because what they're losing is they're losing ground, because the people are evolving, and the more that we are mixed together, the more that we realize that we're just human beings. So the color is becoming not important anymore. And not only that, we are having babies. I have babies that are half Irish and Mexican. So, and the other thing is that because people are not they haven't been reading books and doing all the history, because they're young and they're just getting little bites on TikTok. They don't understand their history, and so we as elders have been replaced by TikTok. So our elders are not giving us the home training. They're not giving us the knowledge, the history between our communities. So we need to stand together in our communities and do not allow them to take us apart. And that means the white people too. What is scary with this situation is that they attacked one of their own.
Yeah.
And that once they go after their own to make a point, that's when you should be afraid. Just like when they were doing that over there in that country we dare not speak of. Okay. So when they started offing the people that were coming as doctors and nurses to help them, that's when we should have all been screaming. And until we stop focusing on the immigration part.
Hold on,
Okay.
Aztec Princess.
Uh-huh.
We got another mindless mango maca minion in here. Hertz Donut
Don't
says
even acknowledge it, bro. Don't even acknowledge
you're
it,
right.
bro. Let
You're
it
right.
go.
You're right.
Yeah. Block us
So
on.
so once we start focusing on what they're actually doing that is hurting the American people, such as not giving us health care. Okay. Yesterday, I don't know if you saw the video I posted of the representative talking about how they, on the first day of Congress, they weren't discussing the illegal things that happened in another country. They were not discussing our health care. They were discussing shower heads, because this man did one of those directives that he with his crayon about shower heads, rich people shower heads. So we need to wake up, and we need to start pressing the people that are repping us to wake up with us, because there's a lot of states that, because they're from the other side, they're doing whatever they want. No, you got to press those people. You got to be in their office. You got to be calling them. You got to be telling them, hey, this is not okay. Because if this continues the way it does, what it's doing is eroding our sense of safety. And I know I'm not the only one that wakes up every morning kind of with that feeling of, oh my goodness, what is going to happen today?
Amen.
And this is why, if you know me, because this is, we're under a narcissistic relationship right now with our government. So if you know me, you know that I have not been on these streets, because it gives me anxiety to even open the app lately, because I don't even want to know what is going on. But this right here, this should worry everybody. This was unfair, and she was not doing nothing wrong. I don't care what nobody of these people say. And my last thing to land my plane is ignore these people that come up and argue or want to have a debate. Don't give them air, because these people are so they're so desperate for attention that they want any kind of acknowledgement. Do not
I was just gonna
acknowledge
ask
them.
what
If
happened
you're
to your
out on the
friend.
streets, do not acknowledge them. Do not have battles with them. Do not treat them like they're here. They're not here. Treat them like ghosts. Take away any attention from them. Even if you see something that enrages you on these interwebs, do not use their videos to give them more clout. No, you can talk about them. Don't say their names. Just starve them of attention. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go. I love you
I love
guys.
you, Aztec.
Take
Thank
care
you.
of
Thank you.
yourselves.
Take care.
Thank
Before
you.
you give it to Bite, can I just work off of what Aztec said?
Yes.
Because there's something important. So she is 100% correct when it comes to their taking our voting rights away. People need to look up the SAVE Act of 2025. That one document, and again, it's SAVE Act of 2025. Republicans are pushing it, and they're pushing it hard right now. So under this act that they're trying to pass, and it did pass the representative, it hasn't hit the Senate quite yet. In there, it's making it difficult for people to vote. If your voter's registration does not match your birth certificate, i.e., if you are a married woman, it's going to be difficult for you to vote. If you came in and you changed your name and it doesn't match your birth certificate, there you go. So this is not just hitting women or one population or another, or one race or another. It's going to be hitting everybody, and it can very much so like hurt you when it comes to voting. So we need to like make sure we are calling our senators, our representatives, and saying, hey, you need to vote no on this. Like, it's going to make it difficult for those senior citizens that do get mail-in ballots, who maybe cannot go and stand at the polls. It's going to make it difficult for a lot of individuals out there that are trying to vote. So that's the one thing. The other thing is, like, let's be cross our fingers once this other thing hits the Senate. But the House of Representatives did vote to pass the Affordable Care Act subsidies. So let's pray, like, those that are currently on the bubble of losing healthcare and their healthcare premiums rising, like, let's hope and pray, like, some more Republicans wake up and go against this Cheeto man and say, no, we're hurting Americans out here. We need to get this healthcare passed.
Yes, that is needed. White Batty. First and foremost, y'all, that's going to be our guest of honor next Saturday night.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing, love?
I'm good. How are you?
Trying not to get mad.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how many times I can click this pen.
I know. I don't have anything
What
to,
happened
like,
to the BFF up here? Like, did she go like crazy? Because I went on mute and I was in a meeting, and now your truth teller buddy is gone.
And she's MAGA or something. She went crazy, starting to defend Trump and everything. Like, it was nuts.
So there's a group that isn't quite MAGA, and I can't remember the acronyms, but I want to say it's like FEB.
I've heard that. I've heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've come across them like in Santana's live, Asha's live, like certain lives that they'll go into. I'm not gonna say, but she sounded like one of those individuals who are just like me, and not we. Like, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And I heard that when it comes to like citizenship, and it's like, why would you, like, the individuals that Kristi Noem's like deported, those were U.S. veterans, and like those were citizens. Those were people that served our country for X amount of years and retired. And because their original status was migrant, like now they're a national citizen, why are we deporting them? So yeah, like they're like, that didn't make sense. But I turned you all down, and then the next thing I know, I look up and she's gone.
Yeah, she's over there in the block party.
Crazy.
Yeah, she's in the block party.
Like, what happened there, G? Did she pass the wrong hot wings?
Absolutely. Look, I don't like flats like that, man. You know, I'm in the A. We like our lemon pepper. You know,
Oh no!
Oh my God!
I'm spicy honey barbecue. So, like,
she got yours wrong too.
She got it wrong. We don't like them plain wings. All flats. Look at it.
Facts.
Right? All flats. Exactly. Don't give me no legs.
No, that's right. White Batty, what you want to put on the table?
I don't really have anything to put on the table. I just wanted to say hi to everybody and kind of support you and show yeah, that lady off the.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was trying to get her booted. I just wanted her off of there because it was starting to turn into chaos. So
the thing about it is, I try to give everybody an opportunity. I really and truly do. But what I cannot do is, when we're sitting here explaining something to you and you choose to be intentionally ignorant, I can't put up with that. I don't accept it from my children. I'm definitely not going to accept it from an adult.
100%.
That part. I like, and there was a gentleman yesterday, and because I was really heated, like I love Asha's live, but she called me out. She's like, Angel, you're on their neck today, and I'm like, damn straight, because I'm over like the ignorance, I'm over the clueless, I'm over the let's just spew anything with no research or any education behind it. I'm over the same talking points of, oh, I loved his policies. Name one. And there's not one. And then they go immigration. Name an immigration policy because there isn't one. Like, name one. And or the infamous, you guys, you lefties take this out of context. I'm sorry. How can you take stuff out of context when he says it? And Kristi Noem says it? Or someone in his party says it. You can't take it out of context. There's him saying, like, I like to grab them by the hoo-ha. You can't take that out of context.
But Angel, that's just locker room talk. Angel,
yes.
That's just locker room
and
talk.
that's the part that just drives me crazy. It's the same. It's the same talking points. And like today, I get it. Like how many lives have you done, G, or anybody has gone into where we've talked about Carmelo? You guys have expressed what happened to Floyd. You expressed what happened to, like, we had a couple here in Arizona that were PPU'd. We had a gentleman that I can't remember his name, but who literally pulled off on the side of the road because he was so tired in the median, wasn't blocking anything, and a cop pew-pewed him in his vehicle. And he was a black man and stuff. Like, it's happened everywhere, but everyone has spoken out on it. And is it right? No, there's no justification for it. None at all, because you can de-escalate anything. There's no justification for what has happened to that community, to you guys' community. But this was a woman. This was a woman in her vehicle who did nothing. She had no weapon. She had no migrants. She wasn't talking back. She literally did nothing. And if it can happen to her, it could happen to any of us. And that's the point, like, I think all of us are trying to make. They didn't give two dookies that
give me
Charlie Kirk
20K,
has.
I'll kill that ass, bro. I swear on everything. Give me 20K, bro. That's all I need. I'll fuck.
Go ahead.
What the heck was that?
It was a person that said he wanted to say something, and again, I'm trying to be, even though people don't have our same outlook, I'm giving people chances, but if they come up and they're incompetent already, we have no more patience for that. So he had to go back down. But look, okay, listen. Somebody said the Democrats are failing us. And as much as I'd like to disagree with that, and
I have to agree.
Yeah, I have to. Right. You feel me, Bite Batty? Because I feel like even before that competition on November 4th went down, I feel like they wasn't aggressive enough. I also feel like they're not aggressive now.
Yep.
I think we need to look at, I agree with you. I agree completely, G. But if you look at some of the elections that are currently happening now, we are slowly moving and grabbing those seats. So right now, do we want something to happen now? Yes. Do we want Congress right now to impeach him? Yes. We don't have the numbers to back it.
Well, that's what I was.
That's
gonna
the
say.
But I think my issue is that they're not even speaking up at all. They're not saying anything.
Well,
They're just
they
letting
are.
it happen,
They are, but again, you also have to look at the other side of everything too. Is currently, I don't know if you guys listen to Don Lemon. He's probably one of my favorite.
Go ahead. I got a phone. I'll be right back.
My favorite casters. He did yesterday. He did a session and was speaking about CBS. If you guys are not aware, Paramount is actually right-wing MAGA. They did it strategically. If you go and look at all the investors and stuff that are part of Paramount, because Paramount wants to buy Warner Brothers. If they grab Warner Brothers, they will own a majority, not like a small percentage, a majority of the media out there. Paramount And again, it was no surprise UFC got purchased. They are now under Paramount. UFC, if you don't know Dana White is in his little
Oh yeah.
Trump cabinet. He's
Yeah.
he's MAGA. So if you kind of go through and look at the media right now, the media is shifting towards censorship. That is why Jimmy Kimmel got in trouble and stuff. So you have to go and look. So again, it's a slow progression when it comes to us getting our seats, and slowly the
true.
Democrats are getting some seats to shift it. House of Representative, they have 5 seats away from being able to move and to have it where it kind of flows with them and not so much the Republicans. So there's a 5-seat margin then. The midterms, it is so important. We need, like, the midterms for 2026. We need everybody to vote. Please,
Yeah,
it's
100%.
go register, go vote. Like, we need it bad. So the midterms is like, that's why Trump is saying, if we lose the midterms, I will be impeached. Jen, we have never mind. You are on it. Never mind. So the midterms are extremely important, and it needs to happen. So it's just like, they are out there, they are talking, but a lot of the media that is for Trump are not going to talk about it. Like, you're not going to get a lot of the Democratic voices. You have to search for it. So most of them does hit my FYP, like on Twitter or Threads, and that's where you'll find a lot of stuff. But the other thing that is, you need to, like, make sure, like, you are part of your local votes, and again, being part of
That's huge.
the midterms. Like, those are extremely important, and I can't express it enough, because that's going to be the blue like shift that we need. And
Yeah, I'm
hopefully,
really hoping it goes the way we want it to.
Yeah.
It just seems like every day there's just bad news. It's like we're just getting bombarded with just negativity and hate, and it's just so hard to cope with sometimes.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And that's the problem. Like, right now, like, on my television, we have Christy out there spreading more, blah 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 on what happened yesterday, and it's I can't stand her. So I'm
My
really
roommate
hoping, like,
is
the impeachment
my roommate.
starts.
I didn't realize until like recently. My roommate's a mega nut. I did not know that when I moved in. And it's crazy how they're really brainwashed. I mean, these people do not. They really think that Trump walks on water. Like, it's I've never seen something so crazy in my life. But, like, it's scary. We need to be very scared because they have no their judgment, their frontal lobe, whatever you want to say, is gone completely. They're just like following along like robots. It's crazy. My roommate is he's MAGA, and it's scary. It's Uh-oh.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I didn't want you to hear the sound of dog food.
Oh.
I didn't want y'all to hear the sound of, like, dog food hitting a bowl.
Oh.
But yeah, like, it's a lot, and, like, the only thing I can say is we need to make sure, like, when we are all touching grass.
Yeah.
We need to go meditate, reconnect, ground yourself. So that's my version of, like, touching grass. We all need to make sure we're doing that. Like, take care of our mental health, take breaks. Like, weekends, I'm usually not on TikTok. Like, I try to, like, do other stuff, movie night with, and stuff with friends on Discord. Like, we'll watch a random, like, 80s movie. I don't know if you remember, G, but back in the 80s, there's a movie called Big Business. It's my favorite. It's like, I watched it the other day, and I was like, yes, like, relaxation, no social media.
Get back to the good old days.
But yeah, but we definitely, like, if I can't express enough, like, vote in the midterms.
Yep.
We need to. And that's the only way we'll get this blue shift going, where hopefully we can get the nutcase out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
You gonna say something, Bite Batty?
Nope, I wasn't saying anything. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Okay, I just didn't want to interrupt you. We're going to
Oh no,
listen to
If you
these.
need another mod, like I know
I
Jenny's
know.
working. If you need another mod, you can mod me, G. I know you mentioned it before.
Mm-hmm.
So just so you know, like, because I'm usually in your live, if you wish to, if you want me to help out, I don't mind.
Okay. Okay. One second. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it right after the show. I can't remember what I pressed to do that, but I used to. I know how to. My mind is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm where I need to be. I had to get me right. Sorry, that phone call kind of took me out too. Got some things I need to handle.
You good?
One of my
Are you
kids.
okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
I need
uh-oh.
to. I need my daughter's boyfriend. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's time. I need to
Oh,
spoke at him for a minute.
Do
you
she
need to
need
get off live?
us to step in?
Yeah, I'm going to step in, but no, I don't need to end the live yet.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, I'll mod you up after the
Boyfriend.
show. I'll
No
mod you
worries.
up
I
after the
just
show.
want to throw it out there. No worries.
Okay, I appreciate it. Let's listen to the Congress people speak on the event that happened, and it took her picture away. Let's get her back up there. I didn't mean to disrespect her like that. I don't know. Maybe when I turned the camera off, it might have took her out. Yeah, hold on. Let's get her. Okay, let's get her set up real quick. It's a shame she's not here today.
So sad.
Yeah, she deserved to be here. It shouldn't have went down like that. All right, let's go to this audio.
Network on Capitol Hill asking lawmakers what they feel. Democratic Congress member Johnson told the Midas Touch Network the following.
All right, Mr. Johnson, can I get any reaction to the shooting death in Minnesota by the ICE agent of the lady in the car?
Like a homicide for which there should be criminal charges.
Thank you.
Shooting into a moving vehicle 4 times, traffic stop, murder.
Congressmember Gomez told the Midas Touch Network the following.
Mr. Gomez, any reaction to the shooting death of the lady in Minnesota by the ICE agent today?
Yeah, it was murder. It was obvious that she was just driving away. She wasn't driving into the ICE agent. I think that the Attorney General in Minnesota has to take a hard look and probably file charges against them. I think it was disgusting. I pointed out earlier that this was eventually going to happen because you have these agents from all over the country, probably without a lot of training, getting sent into these communities and ratcheting up their enforcement in a way that's pretty reckless. As it was going to endanger the lives of U.S. citizens as well as people who are not documented but are not a threat. And this was exactly the fear that I always had when it came to these ICE agents, and why I'm also scared about the expansion of ICE and CBP using that $175 billion slush fund. I think it's gonna be more attacks. It's gonna be more, I would say, untrained individuals that shouldn't be on our streets, and this is across the country. So I think the Attorney General has to take Minnesota has to take a hard look at it, and then Congress has to figure out if these people have immunity, that we can strip them of that immunity if they violate the law.
Okay, thank you, Congressman.
Thank you.
Congressmember Goldman told the Midas Touch Network, he's a former federal prosecutor, told the Midas Touch Network the following. Play this clip.
Invading our cities, using excessive force lawlessly with new agents without proper training. And sadly, this was not unexpected, but it is egregious. It was an outright murder. And the fact that the administration is trying to defend the ICE officer when everyone can see with their own eyes that that car was trying to get away because it still turned away from the officer after she was shot in the head.
Like Bono.
So the fact that they are arguing that somehow this is domestic terrorism, much less an attack on ICE, is preposterous. This officer not only needs to be fired and suspended, but based on the video, he needs to be charged with murder.
And do you think that will happen?
I have no idea what will happen.
You need to look at the Homeland Security budget as a result.
I think we will have to, yes.
And just so you see what's going on here as well, we have other protesters earlier in the day getting shot in the face
This
with
is what you was
less
talking about,
lethal
see?
weapons
Angel.
from the ICE Gestapo. Here, play this clip.
Point blank range, shoot. In that man's face.
Kill someone else! Run for it! Kill someone else!
Folks, we're going to keep you posted every.
Hey, but the dude that they you know, pew that orange stuff in his face. Hey, he was getting ready to go after that agent. The agent turned around and walked off. See, this is what I'm saying. They scared, man. The only reason why they think that the only reason they're doing all of this is because it's a group of them. But I'm here to tell you all, listen to what I'm telling you. It's going to come a time, people going to band together. They're going to come into the wrong neighborhood and they're going to show them what it do. Period.
I think they got a little taste of it in Chicago, but yeah, it's going to come to a point where every neighborhood's going to start being that way. No, we're all fed up with it. We're all sick of it. I know I am, at least.
I am.
I'm not
I am with
allowing
you.
that shit anymore.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Hey, listen, y'all. I hate to have to end the live right now, but I'm going to go take care of this with my daughter.
Yes. Yes.
And then I'll be back here by 2:30. We're going to have a second show. Okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Send me a
Leave this
reminder,
here.
okay?
All right,
Send me
I
a
got
reminder.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, yeah. Y'all take care.